Welcome to the Forgotten Lens channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. In 1880s New Mexico, a young frontier woman poses with rifle and pistols, defying tradition. Her stance reflects courage in a land where survival demanded grit. The mining camp of Kingston, New Mexico in 1888 bustled with tents and wooden homes. Born from silver fever, it tells of dreams, hardship, and fleeting hope. In 1905, a mugshot of 16-year-old Juanita in Arizona prison reveals youth lost to crime. Behind her eyes lies a harsh tale of survival and broken innocence. The adobe jail of Solomonville, Arizona, built in the 1880s, stands stark in desert light. It symbolizes frontier justice, harsh walls for a restless land. In 1935, Indiana, the obituary of pioneer Jenny Smith recalls her journey by ox cart. Living to 91, her life marked endurance, family, and American grit. A steam tram rumbles through Kadıköy, Istanbul in 1910, trailing smoke above cobbled streets. It marks a city in transition, where old ways met progress. In 1903, a weary preacher in Ohio poses after a sermon, coat buttoned tight. The portrait shows faith and fatigue, the weight of spirit in human form. In 1890s Texas, outlaw Pascual Orozco stares defiantly, sombrero shading his eyes. His image embodies rebellion, unrest, and the tumult of borderlands. In 1900s Arizona, Sheriff John Slaughter's portrait with tilted hat reflects a stern lawman. His presence recalls the fragile order in a violent frontier. In 1915 Montana, 3 horse thieves hang in a barn after vigilante justice. A brutal scene, it reflects lawlessness and the grim cost of frontier order. In Deadwood, South Dakota, 1876, a frontier woman poses with dignity in her formal dress, reflecting the resilience of pioneers who built lives from hardship. Deadwood's bustling Main Street in 1877 shows saloons, banks, and wagons, capturing the chaos and promise of the Wild West boomtown era. In the 1880s, a woman in fur and feathers smiles proudly, symbolizing the mix of elegance and boldness that defined frontier women's survival. Calamity Jane, 1895, stands in rugged gear with her rifle, embodying defiance and courage as one of the most fearless women of the Wild West. General George Crook, photographed in the 1870s, led campaigns in the Indian Wars, a controversial figure of courage and conflict in American history. Philadelphia, 1945. Inside the ENIAC room, pioneers program one of the world's first computers, marking the dawn of the digital age. A sepia portrait from the 1890s shows a weathered cowboy with steady gaze, embodying the endurance and solitude of frontier life. In Texas, 1910s, a cowboy rides a bucking horse at a rodeo, capturing the raw skill and fearless spirit of the American West. A condemned man in the 1880s stands with rope around his neck, reflecting the harsh justice of frontier times and the fragility of human fate. In the 1880s, African-American cowboy Nat Love, known as Deadwood Dick, poses with revolvers, symbolizing resilience and identity in the Old West. In a 1940s US Army barracks, a soldier faces a mirror warning that loose talk could kill, reflecting wartime secrecy and the cost of careless words. New York, 1950s. Children dance under hydrant water, turning scorching streets into a playground, their laughter a symbol of resilience and hope. Early 1900s. Women gather in a parlor to style hair and adjust dresses, everyday rituals revealing dignity and strength before an era of social change. Los Angeles, 1949. A woman poses defiantly in an arrest photo, fur coat draped over her shoulders, embodying defiance and resilience in a harsh world. Berlin Airlift, 1948. Thousands gather at a US base, watching supply planes prepare, symbolizing unity and hope for a divided city under blockade. In 1938, the last surviving Civil War drummer stands proudly in uniform, medal gleaming, carrying echoes of sacrifice and memory into the modern age. Kenya, 1960s. A young woman sprints across the finish line, her triumph reflecting new opportunities for African athletes in a world opening to change. Prohibition-era America, 1920s. Two women in work clothes stand inside a secret distillery, their smiles defying law and hardship with quiet courage. Little Rock, Arkansas, 1957. Elizabeth Eckford walks stoically past jeering crowds, her school books held tight, a symbol of courage in civil rights history. Bronx, 1970s. Children invent games on homemade stilts, turning worn sidewalks into playgrounds, proving imagination and joy endure amid hardship. In 1890, England, two women ride a tandem tricycle, a rare symbol of independence at the time, showing how cycling gave women freedom and courage. In 1910, Buffalo Bill Cody and his wife pose proudly by a train, reflecting the legend of the Wild West and the enduring bond of their journey. A playful photo from the 1930s America shows two girls by a picnic table where perspective tricks create laughter, reminding us of childhood imagination. In 1933, Geneva, Joseph Goebbels listens grimly at a diplomatic meeting, a chilling reminder of how power can be twisted into dark history. In 1880, three cowboys pose in frontier attire, their rugged look capturing the myth of the American West and its spirit of survival. In 1950s America, a boy with wide eyes hears sound through an early hearing aid, a moment of wonder marking the dawn of medical progress. New York, 1940. Rows of hats line a police station wall, silent symbols of men once taken away, each hat holding an untold story of fate. Hollywood, 1950s. Young actresses eat spaghetti with laughter, a light-hearted moment showing how joy and friendship sparkle even under fame. In 1870, Wild Bill Hickok, Texas Jack, and Buffalo Bill sit together, pioneers whose friendship shaped the legend of the American frontier. Italy, 1944. A soldier lies awake, his eyes reflecting exhaustion and fear, capturing the human cost of war and the resilience of survival.